Hello everyone, my name is Taras Gerega, this is YouTube channel Fantastic Football. Today my guest is going to be one of the most decorated strikers in the last 2 decades, Atletico Madrid legend, Spanish legend, World Cup winner and double European champion, Fernando Torres. Fernando, thank you for taking your time and talking to us today.
My pleasure, thanks for inviting me.
So today we're going to talk about your iconic goals and historic moments which led to these goals. But first I want to ask you, how was the life after the retirement from football?
So difficult to realize how is going to be the life after football, because a few months after to retire, I was expecting some time to spend with the family, traveling and enjoying with my kids, and then we stuck the quarantine at home for a few months, and you know, it's a difficult situation in the whole world, so still I cannot figure out how is the life after football, but I guess, or what I was looking for when I decided to retire is just enjoy the time that I have now, especially weekends and holidays period, to travel around the world and visit different places with my kids and enjoy them. They are still little, so I would like to spend a lot of time with them, because one day they grow up, they want to go and live their own life, so I want to take these few years to stay with them. And I'm not missing football, which is very surprising for me. I follow obviously Atletico, Liverpool, Chelsea, AC Milan and Spanish national team the most. But before the pandemic I went to the stadium maybe 2 or 3 times only, because I know that if I go every weekend to the stadiums and I follow football every weekend, I will miss it and I would like to go back somehow. I don't know if it's a coach or as a director, so I don't want to go back very soon, and I'm sure with the time I will start missing it and I will be ready to be involved again.
First of all, I hope your family and all your friends are safe, and you know, right now let's take things way back to the beginning. 5 years old, you started as the goalkeeper. Do you think your career would stay the same if you continue playing goalkeeper?
You never know. I think I did a good decision, or my mom did a good decision not letting me play as a goalkeeper anymore. But you know, I have an older brother which is 7 years older than me, and I wanted to be like him. He was my hero. I wanted to be just like my brother. He was a goalkeeper, I wanted to be a goalkeeper, and I wanted him to show me the way they did. But one day he asked me to play football with him because he needed someone to shoot the ball, because I needed to practice. So this is the way I start playing football. And after I have that accident that I have all my tooth broken playing as a goalkeeper, and my mom said, okay, you want to keep playing football, not as a goalkeeper anymore. And then I changed my position.
You know, in your career you have 288 goals. Maybe if you were a goalkeeper you would have 288 clean sheets, you know, in your career. Who knows?
You never know what would happen, but I'm happy to change my position and play as a striker, because you know, all the kids wants to play as a striker and score the goals, and I make a good decision. I'm happy to say today that I did not too bad as a striker. So,
well, I think it worked out well for you. Right now I want to talk about your childhood team, Rayo 13, and especially that season when you scored 55 goals, which earned you a tryout to Atletico Madrid. What can you tell me about that year?
I'm from the south of Madrid, a working class neighborhood, and I just play football for fun. It was my first year playing 11s against 11, because I used to play 7-a-side. I scored 55 goals, and the 2 best players of the season, they had the chance to go to the tryout for Atletico Madrid. So I was one of those kids, and I went to the tryout and was really good. I scored many goals, and then I was called to be part of under 10 Atletico Madrid team, and this was my first experience in Atletico. I was only 10 years old and I started playing for the team which I was supporting. For me it was a dream.
So from that moment, let's say it was kind of like a fairy tale. But right now, let's talk about your professional debut and the first goal. It happened on the 27th of May 2001, but then you scored a week later against Albacete. Can you tell me which emotions you had when you scored that first goal?
Well, I remember that day really very clearly. You know, I was watching the Atletico Madrid against Lleida 1 week before my debut on the stands, and 1 week after I was playing on the pitch. So it was so quick, really a dream come true, because my biggest dream was playing 1 game for Atletico. So with 17 years old I did. So I needed to start getting new targets and thinking in the future and having more challenge because I need it. So my next challenge was, okay, I need to score my first goal. And then it comes 1 week after only. And was 1-0 the result. I came into the pitch in the 82 minutes, I think, and I scored in the 88, and we won that game. And you know, it's the first time that I felt like, okay, I did something to really help the team to win the 3 points and to have the chance to promote to first division, because at that time we were in the second division. And I remember when the referee blew the final whistle, all the journalists on the stadium were running into the pitch, just were rounding me, and I was surprised. No, I was like, okay, something is going on.
When you look back at this goal, did it disappoint you it was in second division, not in Primera? So let's say, for example, if your debut would be in Primera, would it feel more, you know, like important?
For me, it was the most important goal in my life. I was scoring a goal for the first team. It doesn't matter the division. In fact, I think because Atletico was in a big troubles as a club and as a team in that moment in second division, that helped for me to play with the first team. Right now, Atletico is one of the most important clubs in the world. It's very difficult for the kids to have a chance in the first team because they're all top players, and it's difficult to have the chance to play. In that time, I think that was good for me, not for the club because it was a difficult situation, but for the young kids, we have a lot of chances. I take my chance.
Yeah, I think that's the most important. So from that, things went just so fast, and then 19 years old, you're already the captain. How big was the responsibility being a captain at just 19 years old?
You know, when you are the captain of the team only 3 seasons after to make the debut, is because something is going wrong in the club. I was one of the players with more time in the first team. We changed like 20 players in 3 years, so things at that time was really difficult to manage, and I had a responsibility that I didn't know how to manage. I was not ready. I was a kid. How can I teach to Albertini, Demetrio Albertini, or Sergi playing 10 years for Barcelona, or Simeone? He was my teammate at that time. I was the captain of the team. I was not ready, but that helped me to mature so quick and so fast and become better player and with more personality. I never heard a sound like this, never in a football pitch. The sound of the crowd when I scored the goal was amazing. I will never forget that. Well, it was difficult for me the first few weeks because new country, new language, new style. He was powerful with the ball. He was always looking for the spaces to me. I never had a player who understand my game like he did. Couldn't be even a dream because the kids from my generation, we never saw Spain winning anything. It's never impossible, and you have to try, and you have to change your mind and start thinking, okay, what we can do to win, and everybody has to be involved and ready to fight.
Этот гол Фернандо Торреса далеко не последний из тех, что мы успели с ним обсудить. Следующие выпуски и голы на нашем канале очень скоро. А чтобы выиграть футболку Атлетико Мадрид с автографом Эль Ниньо, вам нужно перейти в комментарии и написать, кто будет следующим гостем истории одного гола. Подписывайтесь, чтобы не пропустить.